allowing everybody to ask you questions. So our question was, how did you develop your vocal style?
You don't.
No.
You just, whatever comes, you've heard the expression a million times, just be yourself. That's really what it is. Whatever comes out, comes out. You don't try to change it. I think everybody in the beginning tries to emulate somebody else. But after a while, you really start to find out who you are, what you can do. Because until you find out what that thing is capable, it's an instrument. Until you find out what it's capable of doing, you really can't use it. So think of it as learning to play an instrument. You have to learn it first. But something else, myself, Bruce Dickinson does it. There's a couple of guys in our genre. We are musical actors. We act when we sing. We're not just singing the songs. So, and one of the benefits of when you're the writer, you have the benefit when you're writing a line, I'm visualizing how I'm going to deliver it. So as opposed to somebody else writing a song and handing it to you and say, okay, sing this. Yeah, you could do that. But when you're writing it, you have the ability of visualizing how you're going to deliver that line, just like an actor would. Where's the emphasis going to be? What word is the emphasis going to be on all that? Give me an example. It's the first one that comes to my mind right now. Chainsaw Charlie. There's a line in the first bridge that says, welcome to the war. When I say that, and it's hard because this gets into more geek songwriter stuff. It's a whole lot easier to hammer consonants than vowels. When I say hammer, I'm talking about like that. When you're using sounds like that, you can really hammer those. When you have vowels are like taffy. You pull on them and you sing. So the word welcome is not a very percussive sounding word. So when I went out I knew how I wanted it to sound. But when I went out to sing it, I hit it really hard. Welcome. People would come out there, and when I went in and I listened to it, shit, I'm a mile off from what I was hearing in my head. When I did it 3-4 more times, still wasn't getting it. Went back and I really gave it everything. Welcome to it. So when I did that, then I got it, right? But I'm visualizing that as I'm writing it, because it's just like an actor delivering a line. So, and like I said, Bruce does the same thing. Hetfield does it. How are you going to deliver those lines? That is probably just as important as developing the voice in the first place, because it helps you create a style, whatever your unique interpretation would be and how you're going to deliver that line. If you go to an acting class and you start doing improv, they'll give you one line to read and they'll tell you to do it 10 different ways. And you got to, as the actor, you have to figure out 10 different ways to deliver that line. And it teaches you those skills when you do that. So all that's